Hey, what's up guys, and today I'm bringing you a Yummy combo tutorial post-DOOD as well as a deck profile with the new Yummy monster, Yummy Marshmao. If you don't know what the card does, it says if you control no monsters or all monsters you control or a light beast, you can special summon this card from your hand. So it's an extender and another name, which is very good, because the problem with the other names is that they require you to have a monster in field to summon themselves. This card is normal or special summon. You can add a Yummy spell and trap from your graveyard to your hand. Or if this card was special summoned by the effect of a synchro, you could place a Yummy field spell or continuous spell from your deck or banishment face up on the field instead. Another way to recur your spells and traps that are in the graveyard or banished, like if they go SP banished to minion, you can get it back. So anywho, this is going to be a one card combo. Normal summon the Marshmao. You can special summon it, but keep in mind that does play into Azuna, so generally you're going to be normal summoning it going first, but obviously if you know you're against like the mirror match, for example, you can special summon it. Marshmao turn into Snatchy effect, place the minion effect, summon back the Marshmao, turn those two into a Cupsy Yummy Way, pretty standard so far. Cupsy Yummy Way, add Cookie and add Cupsy, discard a random card from your hand. Here you're going to special summon the Cupsy effect, you can add a surprise from your deck to your hand. Now I'm going to turn those to a Marshmallow Marcher effect, summon back a Cupsy Yummy Way. You can also go like Cookie instead of like, so I'll show you. So you can go like surprise here, send back to Marshmao, Marshmallow effect, add back surprise. You can sequence things a little bit differently if you want, but this is one way to do it. And now if you get nipped here, you still end on Arclight and everything, which I'll probably show that like in the corner of this video. But anywho, we're gonna make Arclight. We're gonna special summon the Cookie Yummy Way. We haven't gone through Lollipo Yummy Way yet, so we can go Snatchy, turn those into the Lollipo, summon two from the graveyard, level 1 and a level 1, then make another Snatchy, and then here we go. The end board is going to be Arclight. We have a Synchro on board, and we have a Link 1 plus a level 1. And when you have the Synchro on board plus a Link 1 plus a level 1, that's like the best setup you want basically. Also, this setup facilitates summoning another Arclight on the opponent's turn super easily if you do play second Arclight. So yeah, this end board super layered, even though it doesn't seem that way. If you've been playing the format, you know it's super layered, and yeah. Now I'll show you guys the deck profile. So here is the deck profile for the Yummy deck. It's pretty close to how the deck is right now, although there are some differences. So obviously we're playing 3 Marshmao. Marshmao is what the deck wanted, because before, one of the issues with Yummy was that the deck's engine wasn't good going second, right? If you open like, for example, a Cookie and a Lollipo going second, that was absolutely terrible. Your opponent, you normal summon a Yummy, they remove the body, you can't summon the other Yummy from your hand. But now with Marshmao being just an extender, just requiring no monsters, you have more like agency in like how you play through disruption. You know, you have more extenders now with your engine, and like these extenders are hard. Marshmao's a hard Yummy name, which in some scenarios is so much better than having to go like engage or something like that. So I think that's really cool. So I'm playing 3 Marshmao, still 3 Cupsy. Cupsy is still the best name to start with. Cupsy is better name to start with than Marshmao, even though it does require a normal summon because you can add like surprise or whatever on summon. And then I'm playing 2 Cookie and 2 Lollipo. So the reason for this is that you don't really want to see too many of these names, right? And I don't need to play like 20 starters in the deck. That's like too much. Like, I'm not trying to open like a ton of starters in my hand, right? Because one card kind of does it all. I really don't want to open more than 2 starters, at least like going first. So I feel like you don't really want to see too many of these names. Also, you don't need 3 Cookie, 3 Lollipo for the grind game. So that's why I feel like you can get away with playing 2. There's also something you can do, which I saw on an OCG list, which I saw someone play 3 Cookie, a couple people actually, 3 Cookie and 1 Lollipo. Cookie is a better name than Lollipo. I'm not sure if the difference is that much to where I want to play 3-1, but it's like something you can experiment with, to be honest. You could also try to maybe cut down like on a Lollipo and just play like 9 names, but I think having like the variety is nice, especially while we still have Obedience School. I think if we lose Obedience School, like if this card gets hit, for example, on the next ban list, which hasn't come out yet, I think you could almost definitely cut down on like on a Lollipo. But for now, I still want to play Obedience School. I still want to play this 2 Lollipo. Then for other starters, 3 Obedience School. This card is still the best card in the deck. I don't need to explain to you guys why it is. And then the Sky Striker package, which I still think is good. you might look at OCG lists so they don't play this card. And the OCG Hornet Jones is weaker because it plays super hard into Max C, so I don't feel like the card is as good over there. But over here, I still think it's good, and I think Hornet Jones is one of the better cards to open going second, especially. It just forces so much interaction. So I'm a fan of Hornet Jones engage in the deck. I'm not playing 3 engage just because like of space reasons, and like I kind of didn't need as many starters, but you can. I'm playing 1 prosperity. You can play the 3rd engage over the prosperity if you want. I don't think prosperity is as needed anymore. It definitely feels like your worst starter. I just like it because of the flexibility, but in terms of engine, it definitely is your worst starter. I will admit that. So you could arguably cut prosperity, play like 3 engage or something. I wouldn't hate that as well. 1 minion, 1 Crocky. I still think you need the Crocky. 1 surprise. So the 1 surprise is something that I'm testing out right now. The reason for 1 surprise and not multiple is that the Marshmao can add it back. Marshmao can also add it back from the banish as well, depending on like from a synchro effect. So I feel like you don't need multiple surprise for the grind game. So whether or not you play multiple just depends on how good you think the card is to open. And at the moment, I don't think it's a bad card to open. However, if I'm being honest, I don't know if I want to open it over other cards. It's weird. I need to do more testing, especially in like the post DOOD format. There are definitely a bunch of scenarios where like the card is good to open. There also like can be scenarios where it's like meta open, especially if your only starter is like one of these cards and it gets stopped. So, and it's kind of a brick. it's that weird line between like a brick and like not a brick, to be honest. But I mess around 1. I think 1 is fine. You can definitely make 1 work. Like I said, you can add it back with Marshmao, and that's generally what you do on the opponent's turn when you're going through your loop. When you're like summoning your level 1s on the opponent's turn, your Cupsy's adding a card. Normally you'd add like your second surprise off Cupsy, but you just add like your surprise from graveyard off the Marshmao. So Marshmao can add some banish as well, and it doesn't target. So even if they like DB Crow the surprise, you still get it back. So I think the 1 is fine. And then for the non-engine, I'm going with a hand trap approach with this. So the Purge, Imperm, Ash Blossom, Fua, Ogre, Veiler, Nib. These are pretty tentative, I'm not gonna lie. And like I said, we're getting it banlist probably before DOOD. So depending on the banlist, some things may change. Some of these cards aren't great into the mirror match. Like, I think if you play against a good Yummy player, Veiler and Imperm are like really bad into the mirror. Like really, really, really bad. Imperm is good paired with Fua, but outside of that, I don't think these cards are great into the mirror at all. But they're pretty good in Vanquish Soul, so it's like depends on what you're expecting to play against. But I at least think like these 12, like Purge, Imperm, Ash, and Fua, should probably be in the deck. You can change these 8 cards depending on what you're expecting to play against, and I think it's fine. For the extra deck, 3 of each Synchro, a Marshall, a Starham, Arclight. 1 Arclight just for space reasons, but depending on what non-engine you play, like if you don't play Nibiru, you can play 2nd Arclight instead of the Donner. I think it's totally fine. 3 Snatchy, a Link Spider. Link Spider isn't 100% mandatory. I'm utilizing it with some of the combos I'm doing, so I'm excited to play it. Omraj because I'm playing hand traps. Kagari, SP, Onari, and then Donner for Nibiru, just to, like, if you nib your opponent, you want to be able to remove it. Something you can play instead, which I also don't think is bad, is Haggard. In some games, say Haggard is better than Donner, so those are like interchangeable. Just a way to clear your board so you can use Hornet Jones or Beat in School. But yeah, that's it for my Yummy deck profile post DOOD. Hope you enjoyed, and yeah, have a great day. Oh my god, I have to